The mysterious allure of this noble varietal and its age-old reputation for challenging winemakers captivates those seeking out the holy grail of wines. There are a special few who are drawn into the dance, mystically inspired to capture the greatest expressions of complexity and splendor offered by Pinot Noir.
I have no background in wine. I am a gardener. I have a love of wine. I have a passion for food and wine. I am a passion for life, nature, animals. I'm gifted that way, but I'm not an enologist and I'm not a winemaker.
John Saman was spiritually guided to this land that was tied to his Armenian ancestry. No newcomer to struggles, John prepared himself for a challenge to unlock the secrets of what then was a lifeless, barren hilltop. For advice, John would turn to his friend Keith Kunde, whose family is legendary in the winemaking industry.
Then he said, you know, I want to do something. I think I want to do a vineyard. I go, John, I don't know. A vineyard is really tough and a lot of work and a lot of heartache.
And I asked him why. He said, well, you have an impossible location, probably never able to get a piece of machinery on it, and you'd have to find something that would grow in this climate, and I don't think there's anything that will work here. And I said, I like Pinot Noir. That was always my favorite varietal. And he said, you truly picked the devil's dance partner. So I set about boldly on my own with my own money, digging up the ground and moving this and that, and up comes these rocks. And I go, wow, look at all those pretty rocks.
I mean, this is one tough place, a craggy mountaintop.
And it turns out, these are all volcanic rocks, and it turns out that this hilltop we're on is a very special place. It's the residue of 10,000 years ago or so. This is a volcanic site. We planted our first vines, and they woke up that first year, and they grew as if they'd been there for 10 years. I knew that the vines, if they liked the place, would need to struggle. And so we had poor soil. We had nothing enriched. We don't offer fertilizer here. And when I saw these little vines growing, I just knew that we were onto something good for the property. And everyone commented, and they said, how is it possible that you have this much vine in your vineyard? And when did you plant them? I said, I planted them in January. And now here we are March, and we have grapevines.
In 2002, on the scraggly hilltop nestled just above the clouds, the first crop of Pinot Noir grapes was harvested, and Clouds Rest Pinot Noir was born.
A long time ago, when we came here to this property, we noticed this great phenomenon that when the fog comes in at certain times of the year, it rolled right up to the edge of the property, and it looked like you were in heaven. It was a very serene and beautiful vision. Some have called it looking out on the ocean because of these very beautiful waves of clouds. It was a fog bank, and it comes into the valley from the ocean. This property has always been serene. Indians lived here, and it's a spiritual place. And one of the first things that was done was we planted a spiritual garden. Just sit and reflect on what you see here. And if you catch some emotion in me, it's because the beauty of what this place offers people as a retreat, I don't know how to say it, it touches people's lives. The fruit from the cherries is better than elsewhere. The lemons are sweeter. The grapes love it here. The birds love it here. We have migratory populations. This is a magical place, and I feel blessed that I was able to find it.
It is a blessed site in that all the factors for fine wine production kind of come together in this site.
And I think that's one of his keys that he has for his vineyard.
It is a power spot. I mean, you just look at it and see that something's going on.